across Morgan. They've got a chance and then they go. Tim Horan gets the opening try of Super 12 in 1998.
Whittaker. He gets his second. Van der Westhuizen and Horan. There's the try to Stein. Matthew Burke now. Matthew Burke.
The bounce is good for Vendiri. Joeli Vendiri. Out it goes to Mitchell. And the hooker, with nobody in front of him, will run around and place it underneath the black dot.
And Tuna's got away from the defence.
It was a formidable Crusaders lineup taking on the Chiefs in this first round clash at North Harbour Stadium. With 12 players from the side that took Canterbury to the National Provincial Championship last season, the Red and Blacks were favoured to clinch a first-up win. But with a new coach, All Black selector Ross Cooper, the Chiefs were out to prove to fans that this is the year they will finally live up to their potential. Justin Marshall started the blindside move that would eventually lead to an Andrew Mertens touchdown.
Mervyn Berryman slips the pass to Marshall. Maxwell just a metre short. It's there for Justin Marshall, and Andrew Mertens has got the first try of the game.
The Crusaders were now in the groove. James Kerr's try giving them the lead for the first time.
James Kerr, he might have too much pace. Miller's coming after him. Kerr and Miller, and Kerr makes it.
Another Leon McDonald penalty narrowed the gap to 1 point, and soon after the Chiefs pounced on a Crusaders mistake.
Surridge wasn't expecting it, and here's Roger Randall all on his own. He can have a cup of tea, pick it up. 5 metres out from the line, beautifully done. And Walter Little gets the first try for the Chiefs in 1998.
3 minutes later, another All Black, Scott McLeod, was in, and the Chiefs were up by 19 to 10.
McLeod into the gap. Scott McLeod, they won't see which way he goes. Try number 2.
A successful penalty had them leading 22-10 at the break, but the Crusaders hit back. Justin Marshall finishing off a top try.
Released by Surridge for Mertens, puts Lilly into the gap. Marshall's out there. Justin Marshall, brilliantly worked.
The gaps were starting to open up for the Crusaders, the Chiefs turning over possession and paying the penalty.
And here they come again. Matson, they must score here. Meyerhoffler chased by Randall. Randall closing, and Meyerhoffler gets there.
But they couldn't hold on. Crusaders giving away a penalty, the infringement right in front of the referee and the post. Leon McDonald landed the easiest of shots, and the Chiefs were off to a good start. The narrow win earning them valuable points.
The Northern Bulls showed it's not just the names that have changed in South Africa, but attitude as well. The display of early confidence not bringing immediate results, but they did eventually come, the home side taking the lead after 7 minutes.
Picked up now by the Bulls as they drive forward, and that's a lucky bounce, but a chance here for Casper Stein. Casper Stein, brilliant! What a great try!
Christian Cullen whipped up the Hurricanes' attack, the world's best fullback thrusting Wellington into the lead.
Preston Cunningham, nowhere to go, but he's found some space. Lovely dart here from Christian Cullen. Christian Cullen, this is the magic of a world-class fullback.
Bulls hooker Yanni Brooks putting his side back within reach, crossing in Umaga's corner.
Van Sale, and now a chance here for Van Skalkwyk, and Yanni Brooks has the try, and before half-time, the Northern's faithfuls take heart.
Back to full strength, Preston once again kicked Wellington more than a try clear, 23-14 early in the second half. The Bulls then put out of the game by a namesake. Mark Allen rumbling to the line, the Hurricanes blowing the home side away.
Preston, Bishop, changing it to Cullen. The inside-outside dart, now Leslie, now Marker, gets past Adrian Richter. Leslie, good tackle by Goosen, and Norm Hewitt has the pace, but Bullala Allen will get the feed for the try.
But the Hurricanes didn't run out of puff. A late try giving Wellington a crucial second win in South Africa, both with bonus points. The final score, 32-14, leaving the Kiwis at the head of the Super 12 table.
You must be delighted to come away from South Africa with 2 wins. Yeah, well, I could be wrong, but I don't think any New Zealand team's ever won 2 games in South Africa and got 10 points. So, I mean, we're obviously very delighted. I mean, it certainly hasn't been easy, but to get 2 wins in away games in Super 12s is a good effort.
All at Ellis Park were anxious to see just how stable the Gauteng Free State Alliance could be. The former enemies hardly looking like it early. After a quick penalty goal, the forwards set the platform and the backs took their chance.
But the Cats might have won it back here. They have indeed. Swanepoel to MJ Smith. Smith cutting through. Brilliant work from him. The flip inside to Henny LaRue. He pops it over the top. This is Yanni van der Walt. Yanni van der Walt might go all the way. He's there in momentum, and that is a wonderful start for
the season appearing to be coming still a little too early for the defending champions, but once again under pressure, they produced some magic.
Very quickly, Michael Scott, the scrum half, is digging for the ball. Flips it out to, well, this is brilliant stuff. Fundiri around the outside. He's actually lost the ball forward in the tackle. Ronnie Clark does brilliantly. Under great pressure, Ronnie Clark's going to score here, and that is an amazing try. Houdini couldn't have done better than that.
The home side at ease on their own stage. From 8-5, they were soon clear once again, keeping possession, and the point soon came.
Straydon doing some nice work in the tight loose, and now it comes down the 3/4 line. This is Edric Lubber. He's done really well. Man outside him, that's Jan Harm van Fake, the Free State flyer, within 5 metres now. But great defence from the Blues. It's still taken on, though, by the Cats. Swanepoel popping it up to Henny LaRue. Henny LaRue, can he put the ball down? He's over the line, and I don't think he's got it down. Yes, he has.
But even trailing 15-5, Auckland boasted familiar arrogance from inside their own half. Unlike previous years, though, the South Africans were ready for them.
Controlling the ball nicely. Intercepted. Yanni van der Walt might take his second try. Yes, he will.
25-11 at half-time, Auckland hoping for better fortunes after the break, but the Cats' momentum continued.
This is Willie Meyer, the other prop forward for the Cats. MJ Smith with a little flick out to Andre Fenter. Fenter's running very straight indeed. He's got great pace. It's been bounced into the hands of Edric Lubber.
The Blues' trademark stability finally returning, eventually holding the ball for a couple of phases, and the results eventually came.
Cashmore getting up to the 5-metre line. Scott, oh, there are men to burn here. Innes. Surely this is going to be a try. It's Michael Jones.
32-18, with momentum starting to shift, Auckland sensed a chance. Lee Stensness leading the way, Joeli Vidiri finishing the movement.
Got some pace. The man inside is Cashmore. Cashmore herring down into the defence. It's hacked on by Vindiri. Vindiri is going to score here if it bounces okay for the big man. It does, and
but Auckland's desperation appeared to cost them the match as the Cats once again pounced on a Blues error.
Spencer, the long missed pass is not a good one, and up very quickly indeed are the Cats' backs, and they've stolen it back. This is MJ Smith, this is Andre Fenter, looking for someone to pass to. It's Os Durant. Durant not held, gives it to MJ Smith, and he scores!
A penalty from near halfway, sneaking Auckland within a converted try of winning a match they rarely seem to be in. The Blues pack in step as they heaped on the pressure just after the siren. Australian referee Wayne Erickson making the match as controversial as it was entertaining.
So now it's down to the Blues having to score and convert to win. A score isn't just going to do it. And the Cats will want to try and break the scrum up, and that's good scrumming there from Os Durant. Consolidation of the Blues here. The Cats need to hold it. They need to keep holding. This looks like it might be a try, and it's a penalty try.
Cashmore not missing from close range, booting Auckland to an unlikely win.
And the Blues walk out, run out, whatever way you want to say it, winners by 1 point.
Play a bit of early football with him.
Depleted or not, the Brumbies weren't looking for any excuses, rather their 1997 form. Henry Honeyball put the home side behind by 3 before a little Steve Larkham magic put the Bruce Stadium crowd on its feet.
The Brumbies. Larkham untouched and in for the first try of the match for the ACT Brumbies.
The responsibility was not just with the regular faces. The stand-ins also played a major role as the ACT jumped out to a 12-3 lead.
Double round, Cordingley through the gap, Cordingley the try.
But although the signs of old were there, the Brumbies still weren't themselves.
Oh, stupid play, Noriega.
The Sharks forwards ground their way toward the ACT line and eventually over it just before the break.
Very close to the line. The charge goes on. They're over the line and they've finally got something to show for all of that possession.
The Brumbies led 18-10 at half-time but were quickly under pressure early in the second half.
Teichmann gets the try.
A stunned Pat Howard found himself in the sin bin, ruled to have committed a professional foul, and the Sharks veterans began picking holes in the outnumbered Brumbies defenders. Andre Joubert putting the visitors into the lead.
Joubert for the gap and Joubert is there.
5 minutes later, they were further ahead. The Canberra crowd, like their team, was stunned.
He finds his winger, Brink. Nobody home. Brink gets a great bounce and Brink gets a great try for the Coastal Sharks.
The ACT were eventually restored to 15, but the match had been turned. Their desperation to save their unbeaten record, their final downfall.
That could be the ball game. Stefan to Blanche.
34-18, weight of numbers gave the Brumbies respect rather than any real chance of a comeback.
Big chance! They're in!
The Sharks completed the thrashing and grabbed a bit of history, ending the Bruce Stadium hoodoo, 41-23.
Like a thief in the night.
3 losses in their opening 3 games was a prospect the Reds were simply not prepared to entertain. Quickly showing their intentions with makeshift winger Daniel Herbert finding space and John Eales for an early 7-point lead.
The Reds there in numbers. Eales!
Not intimidated by the Reds' quick start, the Crusaders landed a penalty, but couldn't go the extra step.
He dropped it. Just couldn't control the ball.
2 more Andrew Mertens penalties, giving Canterbury a 9-7 lead. But while the Reds' first half start was deceiving, their second half beginning was a little more factual.
Shane Drum. Yes! What a brilliant try by the youngster.
Elton Flatley's replacement Shane Drum showing he's ready for rugby's toughest theatre this year. While an old-timer proved yet again he still treads the boards like few others.
Soccer skills. Horan. He's there.
21-9. Angus Gardner finding out firsthand the level of Queensland's commitment. Concussion and stitches forcing him off the field. Dan Crowley lucky not to be sidelined as well.
Dan Crowley has thrown a haymaker.
The Reds not leaving anything to chance. Jason Little cruising over for the home side's 4th try and a bonus point. But Herbert set up Queensland's last and the game's best try a minute later.
Herbert's lovely pop pass there to Connors. This is Wilson and Latham. Latham for the corner and Smith. Brilliant Queensland try.
John Eales not prepared to show any mercy as he kicked the scoreline to 35-9. Queensland's win, their best in nearly 2 years, threatening to awaken the Reds from their 18-month-long slumber.
The touch is back.
Stifling heat and a disappointing crowd welcoming the Waratahs to South Africa. The long journey on game day to the hot mining town appearing to take its toll on the Waratahs, unable to find the enthusiasm which helped them wear down the Cats. New South Wales soon surrendered a 3-0 lead. Kiwi referee Paddy O'Brien not helping the visitors' cause. Fullback Marius Goosen awarded the try in a close decision with the corner post. Franco Smith and Manny Edmonds trading penalties as the Bulls went to a 14-6 lead. But just on the break, the Waratahs looked to have grabbed the lead.
Can they get a score before half-time? This could be the last movement. Strauss, Bowman, and it's not. It's John Wellborn who gets under the tackle.
Another ruling going against New South Wales. Smith and Edmonds once more swapping penalties before John Wellborn was helped across the line.
Yeah, they've got the movement going over the try line. The referee is right on the spot and the try is given.
This time Wellborn wasn't denied. The Waratahs within 1 before bad ball control gave the Bulls opportunity and motive.
Yanni Brooks got support from Henry Kemp, but it's Dan Fonsale. Now it's Franco Smith.
Henry Kemp killing off the Waratahs' hopes for good 4 minutes from full time, 34-19.
Like the Brumbies, the Golden Cats headed into week 4 of the Super 12 on the back of a loss. The Brumbies, though, were clearly out with a point to prove, warding off any early raids and pouncing on any Cats mistakes.
Magro linking up with Cordingley. Sam Cordingley.
MJ Smith kicking a penalty to keep the Cats in touch, but their own bad ball retention stopped any real assault on the lead.
And the Brumbies come away through Knox. Joe Roth now with him. Joe Roth. Larkham. And put on your glasses. He'll score under the posts.
The Brumbies' hometown momentum was becoming difficult to contain. Mitch Hardy extending the lead before the break.
Should have been pulled back for a knock-on, and Hardy gets the try. Bit lucky there, the Brumbies.
The Brumbies were keen to build on their half-time lead. Marco Caputo grabbing a rare try from a tap move.
Very close. Caputo. He got it.
David Knox seemingly coming to terms with his Bruce Stadium hoodoo, kicking 4 conversions. 2 Knox penalties were the only other scores in the second half. The Brumbies satisfied with the 37-3 win.
If nothing else, history was on Queensland's side, the Reds winning their only previous Super 12 game at Athletic Park. The Hurricanes whipping up the crowd, dominating a frantic first 15 minutes, but gutsy defence and a southerly gave the visitors hope of a repeat performance.
Beautiful kick from John Eales.
Their 2 penalties were quickly made up by the Hurricanes, Wellington finding an answer to the strong breeze, the pack keeping the ball in hand, Jason O'Halloran capitalising. John Preston kicking the home side in front, then right on half-time, George Laupevi put the locals 9 clear, albeit a little fortunate.
Yes, doubtful, wasn't it?
Trailing 15-6 heading into the breeze, the scenario worsened for the Reds. Christian Cullen sending opposite Chris Latham to the stands.
Didn't take his eye off the ball and took a courageous mark, and he stayed down, not surprisingly.
His replacement, though, sparking the Reds, Shane Drahm stepping his way to the line, this week making his mark from fullback.
Drahm, and they do.
Cullen trying to repair the damage, putting the Hurricanes clear 22-13 with a smart kick and a bit of speed.
Oh, he's just brilliant.
And when Tana Umaga found himself on the end of brilliant support play, Wellington looked to have blown the Reds' chances just 10 minutes into the second half.
Preston again. Umaga. Try number 4.
Queensland coach John Connolly looking for something to spark a Reds revival, replacing Elton Flatley with Jason Little, but it was another big name who began the Queensland surge.
Tim Horan, and Horan scores it easily.
27-20, Daniel Herbert once again finding space in the Wellington defence, leading the visitors within range of the Hurricanes line. One phase later, this time Jason Little was happy with Herbert's brilliant form.
Tries to flick it, Kefu, and Jason Little will score an outstanding try, and it'll be a 7-pointer.
The score's level at 27. 2 Preston penalties restoring Wellington's lead, but with Drahm enjoying an overlap, the Reds were soon back within 1.
Drahm on the blind side, and he goes straight through.
Wallaby skipper John Eales attempting to maintain his perfect conversion rate with the strong breeze and an impossible angle. It should have been worth more than 2 as the Reds went in front.
Magnificent.
34-33. Tote Kefu wrapped up an amazing fight back just 2 minutes from full time. The crowd's early charge not preventing the loss of their side's bonus point. This time Eales enjoying a kinder position as the Reds reminded all they are once again serious title contenders.
41 points to 33.
Underrated before the season kicked off, Otago were quickly gathering credibility, if not new respect. The Golden Cats joining that group quickly, the Highlanders beginning round 5 like they left off last week.
Just another interesting facet to look out for. Well, the Highlanders, we know how well they can play. They may be looking to play as well. The Cats, but an early opportunity. Alatini, can he control it? He does! The best possible start for the Highlanders.
The Highlanders in front after just a minute, and the pace continued. The Cats looking anything but golden.
And Yanni de Beer, charge down. Are we going to see 2 in a row? We are, John Leslie.
3 penalties giving the crowd and Otago time to catch their breath, but the Highlanders weren't settled for long. their lead jumping out to 30-3 midway through the first half.
Leslie again looking to set up play. Oh, he's done it again!
The South Africans apparently unaware the match was tackle rather than touch football. Jeff Wilson scoring the Highlanders' fourth, a bonus point coming before the half-time siren. A pushover try extending the Cats' embarrassment to 40-3 at the break. Finally, pride stirred some kind of fight back.
Myberg. Oh, they've got numbers to burn, and AJ Venter. And punching the air in delight. Long way to go, but that's a great start for them in the second 40.
But if they needed any reminding, this wasn't the day.
Oh, he's hit the post.
And it wasn't just the posts adding to the pain. Another Highlander adding his name to the score sheet.
And Marcus surging in for try number 6.
The crowd questioning whether it was 7s, 15s or cricket as Isatolo Marker notched his second and Otago's half-century.
Wilson to Feely to Marker number 2. Homestead Stadium erupts.
And while the home side could have lifted the bat, instead the visitors lifted their intensity. A pushover try, some good news, but Jeff Wilson quickly reminded them whose party this was. Almost mercifully, the Highlanders allowed 2 late tries, letting the Cats at least leave with a bonus point, but not a shred of their pride. A 57-27 hiding, leaving the Cats searching for another life.
Their season more than a little unsettled, the Crusaders decided to run at the Bulls. Their powerful winger Norm Berryman running at holes.
Maxon, well, Berryman was unmarked. He must have seen him out there, surely. Now they go. Mertens. Berryman gets a chance anyway. He should have got it 10 seconds earlier, but he's got it.
The Crusaders' faith strengthening. They ran the ball at every opportunity. Tambay Matson setting up their second try and a 15-0 lead.
Now Flynn, Mertens, Matson slipping through easily, delivers it away to Robertson, Lilly, and Daryl Lilly.
Springbok scrum half Joost van Westhuizen was sent on to try and spook a Bulls charge, but the Crusaders were unstoppable. Scott Robinson remembering his neighbours, and Canterbury were out by 20.
Mayerhoffler, Robertson gets another chance. Gibson's looking to link up. Gibson for the corner.
The Northern Bulls got a few chances to attack, but the locals' defence was just as committed as their attack. With the half-time rest approaching, the Crusaders were intent on adding to their buffer. Robinson again playing a role as the lead went to 25 at half-time, Lilly grabbing his second.
It's another one.
Franco Smith brought the Bulls to within 8, but they couldn't close the gap any further. Although the home side were try-less in the second half, a Mertens penalty then drop goal, securing a much-needed Crusaders victory.
Holding off, still in control of it, and Becker, try scored by Smith. Franco Smith from inside their 22.
None of the Otago tribe masking their passion, the Highlanders just as fanatical with the ball. The Chiefs getting few chances to do anything but defend. With former All Black Joe Stanley watching on, the Otago backline provided his son with the opening try, his first of the year.
Duggan is able to control it to Stanley, and Stanley the first try of the evening.
A penalty goal, some reward for the pressure, but number 8 Isatolo Marker was driving the Otago pack and the margin was soon out to 11.
Cronfeld will have to go and play half-back, and does he get it down? He does.
Just 2 minutes into the second half, John Leslie raced away with the Highlanders' third.
Leslie probing, and scoring.
24-6, despite dominating possession, the Highlanders couldn't build on their lead. Scott McLeod making them pay. He and Todd Miller restoring the Chiefs' hopes of a fight back.
Now McLeod looking to inject. Skips past Blakey to Miller. Back to McLeod. McLeod will get there, will he? The referee will say, I think, try, yes.
Rising star Tony Brown took his place and instantly brought direction to the Otago backs.
Laney drifting towards the posts. Oh, it hits the crossbar, and there's no one chasing it for the Highlanders. They all stood back and admired it, and this man may take full toll. But Brown gets away. Wilson will score!
The skipper's try giving Otago a fourth and a valuable bonus point. Neither side able to control the ball, let alone launch any more raids in the closing minutes. The Highlanders once more formidable at home.
The Chiefs' prospects were looking good even before the kick-off, with Frank Bunce and Walter Little reunited in the centres, the pair proving little had changed.
Now Bunce gets to take it up. First up.
The All Black combination setting the tone for the home side, the Chiefs attempting to run the Bulls off their feet.
Bunce floats a lovely pass across as far as Errol Brain. He's got Miller in the gap. He's got Randall. And Randall's struggling. And it's going to be a try for Glenn Marsh. What a start from the Chiefs.
7-0, quickly becoming 14-0, as Bunce showed his hands are just as impressive as his power.
Bunce, Miller, beautiful move, and Todd Miller, outstanding.
With expectations of a little Van der Westhausen magic to draw them level, the Bulls had to settle for a little luck, although their scrum half's perseverance did pay off.
Kick by Oosterhuizen, they're all onside. That's good work by Van der Westhausen. He's still got players there. Now Kemp on the outside, and back to Van der Westhausen.
Franco Smith kicking the Bulls to the lead for the first time as he and Ian Foster swapped penalties. But trailing 2017, the Chiefs didn't want to head to half-time behind.
Here's Holton into the gap. Miller, Todd Miller once again, looking for his support. There it is from Robinson, just a metre out from the line. Ball is there. A metre taken by Collins. Now Bunce, up to Foster. Hesitated for a moment, and for a moment the opportunity lost. Now they must score. And Greg Smith hands it on, and Mark Cooksley has got the try.
Brute strength pushing the Bulls back within 5, and Derek Grobbelaar to his first Super 12 try.
Brooks holding it, they go down towards the line, and they get the try.
30-25, the Bulls threatening to steal the win, but Todd Miller set up the Chiefs' match sealer. Justin Collins crossing for the locals' 5th try.
Pass delivered.
The Chiefs weren't taking any chances on a Van der Westhausen-inspired comeback, but they needn't have bothered. Their semi-final hopes staying alive, while the Bulls face another long fortnight on the road. Side by side in the middle of the Super 12 table, both Canterbury and the Stormers were well aware just how important a win in Week 8 was. And Andrew Merton's penalty giving the Crusaders an early lead, but poor handling and a punishing Stormers backline soon put the Crusaders on the defensive.
Away from Justin Swart, now it's away to number 8, Aitken, and a chance here for Robbie Flack. That's how quickly it can turn, and the Stormers bounce back.
The Stormers coming out the best in the aerial exchange, but not on the ground. The Crusaders taking any chance to turn defence into attack.
Chased and taken by Matson. Big play by Matson. The red and blacks are getting there, close to the goal line. Picked up here by, is it Kevin Napier? Or, yes it is, Kevin Napier.
The conversion giving the Crusaders a 13-10 lead, with 3 more penalties extending the home side's margin to 22-13 at half-time. Canterbury continuing to dominate early in the second half with yet another Merton's 3-point offering, but penalties weren't the real objective. Scott Robertson initiating the home side's second try.
Marsh looking for his support, has to take it down, 15 metres out from the line. Surridge is there quickly for Thorne, and Matson's in.
30 points to 13, the Crusaders in control, but by no means content. Tambai Matson showing Tony Marsh the way to the line.
And Tony Marsh finishes it off.
37-13, the Crusaders lead a daunting one for the Stormers, with a little over 15 minutes before full time, but their forwards refused to accept the inevitable.
Number 22 digging in, Van Beek, right near the back of the maul, very close to the line. And now the wave comes from the Crusaders.
Let's have it. Back on with me.
There it is, right there. Adlam, gap opens up and through he goes. Yoppie Adlam gets the Stormers' second try.
Canterbury understandably a little tired after dominating most of the match, and the Stormers took advantage right on full time, restoring a little pride to their day, but the margin was still a convincing 12 points. Canterbury's semi-final run gathering momentum. The Otago fans taking advantage of the Highlanders' closest away game, helping Lancaster Park reach its capacity. The home crowd was smiling first though, Andrew Mertens kicking the Crusaders' challenge off with an easy 3 points.
Mertens with a drop kick.
But the visitors' response didn't take too much longer. Mark Mayhoffler not quick enough to prevent Peter Alatini's charge.
Charged. Here's Alatini. Peter Alatini as the Highlanders hit back.
Canterbury desperately in need of direction, Andrew Mertens providing it. The Otago backline outsmarted by a young veteran.
Mertens on the intercept. Mertens for the corner. Laney can't get him.
Mertens once more Otago's nemesis. The score out to 13-7.
Oops. Oliver. Now they've handed it off to Mertens. Hammett showing good pace. Robertson. Scott Robertson.
A penalty building the home side's lead to 9 before the man tipped as the next All Black captain led the underdogs back within 2.
Tane Randall. And the captain is through.
Otago growing in confidence, John Leslie leading the Highlanders into Crusaders territory, eventually the forwards finishing off his good work.
John Leslie almost home, places it. Sitting in the back of the ball, Marker has a go, Marker's there.
21-16 to Otago at the break, the Crusaders feeling their semi-final aspirations slipping, Norm Berryman taking matters into his own hands.
Now Berryman, there's no one else out here, so Berryman has to do it himself.
And he's doing it himself.
Oh, unbelievable. Berryman.
Mayer Hoffler just as determined, matching Berryman's effort, driving the home side into the lead, 26-24.
Now Mayer Hoffler. Up the middle. He's away. Mark Mayer Hoffler.
And the party continues.
2 Mertens drop goals and a penalty increasing Canterbury's lead to 11. The rest of the team making sure of the win and grabbing the bonus point. Town by Madsen underneath the 40-24 victory.
Just about the whole 30 players on the field are involved here. Steve Walsh has to make a decision and he says yes. Now who's got it? Could be anybody. I think it's Town by Madsen. It is. Bonus point for the Crusaders.
The Rotorua locals making the Chiefs feel comfortable at their third home venue of the season. Ian Foster repaying the sentiment, kicking his side to a 3-0 lead, but the Chiefs were soon a man short and trailing as a result.
They've kept it up, and they go towards the line. They've got a penalty try, and that looks like it's against Greg Smith.
Back to 15 men, Foster cut into the deficit, the difference down to 1. Then the home side were back in front as Foster made it 3 from 3. The margin's still 2 heading into the second half as Walter Little tried to take control of the match.
Gets away from Stewart, and Walter Little almost gets there, but he's in touch. Well, the brilliance of Walter Little almost got him there.
But 10 minutes later, the Stormers couldn't deny Scott McLeod.
McLeod into the gap. Still on his feet, and he's made it.
Under pressure, Louis Cohen attempting to save the Stormers from another try, but a good chase, and this time combination from Little and McLeod, putting the home side to a 21-7 lead.
Con going back. He's got to try and stay on his feet somehow. Trying to rip it away from him was Troy Flavel. And they're going to get it too. They've got players to burn here. They've got to score. Butts makes the final pass. McLeod gets another one.
Foster converting the try, then kicking his fourth penalty to secure the Chiefs' 26-7 win, their season still alive. Time was running out for the Cats to eke even a little respectability out of this season. The Crusaders showing the Cats a little mercy and the ball in the 6th minute. Joe Esterhuizen accepting the gift and the 5 points.
Intercept, it's Joe Esterhuizen, and he's got an open try line. Joe Esterhuizen's going to score for the Cats.
Andrew Mertens restoring some sanity to the Crusaders game, but Yanni de Beer quickly answered that penalty, giving the crowd hope their side wouldn't capitulate once more. Canterbury playing the percentages, adding a glut of possession to territory, and the result had to be their first try.
Mertens again, and this is going to be an oh-so-simple try to Norm Berryman. It's almost as if the Cats didn't expect it.
10-all. Canterbury snatching the lead with a Mertens penalty.
Oh, no mistake there from Andrew Mertens.
But while another De Beer response could have given the Cats hope, the locals soon caught a glimpse of the future.
An interesting punt downfield. He might not want it to find touch. It hasn't found touch. Norm Berryman is forced to do something with the ball. That's just that. Oh, wonderful stuff. He's got Helgard Miller.
The Cats' defence doing more than just holding the Crusaders' raids. But after Mertens kicked the visitors in front for the second time, Canterbury began to assert its dominance.
Flynn, Mertens, Hoffler again. Still Hoffler. And it's Norm Berryman scoring his second try.
The Crusaders relentless, the reward inevitable. Hooker Mark Hammett setting the platform, Aaron Flynn receiving the bounty, a Bloemfontein mutiny taking shape.
So all Crusaders. Flynn. Todd Blackadder. And it's Flynn!
After 8 defeats, the Cats were showing a little more urgency about losing their 9th. Dennis Delport sparking a salvage attempt 2 minutes later.
Recovers Swanepoel, De Beer. But it's all moving across the field. Dennis Delport. Big hit. Dennis Delport. Chris Bardenost. He's going to score.
But Mertens continued to kick the life out of the home side, literally. A penalty, then this to give the Crusaders a bonus point and make sure of their place in the semi-finals.
Mertens looking for Gibson on the outside. He's found him. Gibson scores.
Winning 34-25, Canterbury confidently head to East London to challenge the Sharks for home ground advantage in the semi-finals.
That's the end of the game.
Their team had just one win all year, but just on 22,000 fans decided there was something worth looking at Ellis Park. The locals repaying their fans. Solid rain in Johannesburg helping the Cats finally bloom. The first try coming after 4 minutes.
The chip from Muller. Good cover again from Falloon, but he's swamped, and this is Joe Esterhuizen. Chester Williams is a crossing cover, but this is good for the Cats. Can they pick it? It's Andre Fenter. Just short. Chris Bardenhorst, is he over? Yes, says the referee.
The second, 10 minutes later, the locals leading 12-0.
De Beer, that's well read by Yanni De Beer, and this is Yanni van der Walt for his 7th try of the tournament.
Just before the break, the Stormers held on to the ball long enough for their reply.
Here's a chance for something to happen. And Williams does well with Rousseau. Now Robbie Fleck. Montgomery on the outside. Robbie Fleck must look for support, and Montgomery is there.
12-7. A penalty extending the Cats' lead back to 8 soon after the break. But Yanni van der Walt stretched it even more.
Now it's a chance here for Yanni van der Walt. Will it bounce well for him? Yes!
Scrum half Werner Swanepoel continuing the Cats' resurgence, a double opening the difference to 15. The Cats leading 34-7.
Very close to the line. Rassie Erasmus has got his hands on it. And the referee has awarded the try, and it's Werner Swanepoel.
Chester Williams, one of the few to stand out in the Stormers lineup, making his mark as a replacement scrum half. But the Cats, and in particular Van der Walt, were the stars, the latter sneaking his hat-trick in just before full time. The last time he did that was 11 weeks earlier, the last occasion the Cats finished on the right side of the scoreboard.
Holds him up. Now it's AJ Fenter again. Are the Cats going to get another touchdown? Yes, they are. And Jannie van der Walt will get in for his hat-trick.
The Highlanders come to Eden Park with just one change from last week against the Bulls, but it's a significant change. Simon Culhane preferred the number 10 jersey to Tony Brown in what must have been a very close call. The Southerners have had wonderful value from this entire 15 this season, but today there'll be a lot asked of the front three, Muse, Oliver and Hoft, against Brown, Roos and Dowd. Tane Randall is the captain of the Highlanders. Simon Culhane, he's a man for the big occasion, that's never been in doubt. Tony Gilbert has gone for him today. Tane Randall could be a bit weak for Tane Randall. And now we go back under the stand. Michael Jones and the Auckland Blues.
Well, it's fairly easy to see which is the home team.
The Blues have Mark Carter back today after he missed last weekend against the Hurricanes, and this means that Andrew Blowers misses out. The obvious strengths in this side are out wide, where Lomu and Vindiri both scored 2 last weekend, and in the tight 5 where Royce Willis is developing by the week. Michael Jones captains the Blues. Eden Park in Auckland is the venue for the first semi-final, Super 12 1998, and Simon Culhane gets the game started, and the kick is well placed near the touchline, and we go immediately to the first line out.
His super kick-off there from the Highlanders, just catching Royce Willis with nowhere to go, right on the touchline out in front of me, and they've produced a very good line out and quick ball.
Have they ever? Here's the kick from Culhane, pushing it into the in-goal area. Lomu is back, and lovely hands from Vindiri, in fact it is, and it's a penalty. So far the Blues not able to get their hands on the ball. Wilson whips it across. He missed the spot tackle of Ronnie Clark. Leslie was able to move it away. Alatini over his own 10-metre line. Peter Alatini has been so strong in recent weeks. As the sun comes out at Eden Park, Culhane pushing it deep. Tonu'u going back. And he's hoping the ball will go over the line, and it does. And so he can force for a dropout 22.
So what a great picture we've got in front of us here.
Ripped away by Duggan to Culhane. Leslie. Culhane on the turnaround. Culhane into the gap. Dragged down by Vindiri. Well, what a superb move. And it was just the skill of Joali Vindiri. Here's Anton Oliver. Oh, I think he got dealt to in the line out there. The referee might have more to say. Yes, he does. It was John Blakey. They got clean underneath him. And here's a penalty for the Highlanders.
I haven't got it. Yeah, is it? Number 4. Anything else? Just a penalty? Just a penalty, but I would, yeah. Of course. Yeah.
Simon Culhane on the angle from the 22-metre line. And he's pushed it wide.
Blues off the hook.
Robin Brook, the man penalised. Culhane has had a major bearing on the game so far. Here they go. Jones. Just trying to get their hands on it. They haven't managed it yet. Even now, they're struggling. Duggan clears away again for Culhane. Straight across to Alatini. Here he goes again. Willis has to take the centre three-quarter in the tackle. Duggan whips it away. Lady with a drop kick. It's away to the right. Another penalty. This one's dead in front.
Cut down the option.
Offside against the Blues. And surely this time, Culhane can get the first points in the match. problems this time for Simon Culhane. And after 9 minutes, Tony Gilbert's side lead by 3-0. Michael Jones wins the line-out. Channeling back for Tonu'u. Spencer across the face of Stensness to Clark. They make no bones about the tackling of a Ronnie Clark. He's a danger man. And the Blues with, I think it's John Blakey down, is it?
Referee Colin Hawke going back to award the same penalty for the same offence, and again, no sin binning.
24 penalty goals in Super 12 for Cashmore in 1998. Beautifully struck by the number 15 for the Blues. And back they come. It's 3-all after 13 minutes. But it was almost as if the Otago Highlanders pulled back and allowed Robin Brook to take that. Tonu'u trying to organise the drive round the side. Now they get it going. Much better that time from the Blues forward pack. Now Spencer. Clark on the bust. He's got Cashmore in support. Now he finds Cashmore. He'll be too quick. That's a brilliant try.
Exceptional try. Split them apart. Literally split them through the centre and the support play. And it's always there with this Blues side. But this is a little pass. It was the timing of the pass from Carlos Spencer that put a Ronnie Clark there, marshalling his troops, and then he throws a pass back, the cut by Cashmore all the way through, and he was, as soon as he got the ball, it was a try all the way.
Great work from the kick-off and the work of Olo Brown in setting away the drive that produced the ball for the backs to run onto. Absolutely magnificent work.
Cashmore scored all 10 points so far for the Blues, and 14 minutes gone.
They moved the ball to the back to keep the ball safe.
Oliver slips it to Kronfeld. They're only 15 metres short. They've still got it there. Timmins goes in, so also does Hoft. Hoft has got it trapped in the back, joined by Randall, and now it's time to release. So Duggan hands it off. Alatini tries to slip past Spencer. Jones gets in to help out. They should get this back. They do. Stanley brings it back the other way. It's pretty heavy traffic though. Runs into Brook. But they're in good position here. 15 out right in centre field. And the referee saw the Blues offside. Two penalty goals for Simon Culhane as Tony Brown applauds. 10-6 with about 17 minutes remaining in the first half. So here we go again. Culhane, Leslie to Randall. Taken by three of the Blues players. Comes again cleanly to Duggan. Alatini looking to get on the outside of Tonu'u. Does so. Alatini. And it took a very good tackle to put him away by Adrian Cashmore. Quickly taken by the Blues, but the Highlanders were waiting.
Well, he was clearly in an offside position standing there, wasn't he? But Peter Alatini through the hole, showing the gas outside his marker. Nobody would have heard of this Peter Alatini 12 months ago. But everybody has now. He's had a superb Super 12 year.
Wide angle for Culhane, but what a beautiful kick. Nine minutes out from half-time. Brook, dominant at kick-off time to Stensness. Vindiri comes in looking for work. runs into Carl Hoft. Now it's Olo Brown. This will be against the Highlanders. They've come in from the wrong side. Referee playing an advantage. There may well be an advantage. Little back flip. Cashmore. Ball knocked away. And back comes the referee for the penalty. Another penalty goal for Adrian Cashmore. He scored all 13 points for the Blues. It's 13-9. Tanu'u as he's challenged by Kronfeld. Kick bounces back. Lomu and Wilson. Tries to fire it. Duggan gets it. Laney trying to run away from Stenstas. Oh, it's broken down here. Vinderi chased by Leslie. Leslie won't have the pace. And Joeli Vinderi punishes the Highlanders 3 minutes out from half-time.
Well, it's been interesting. Brendan Laney, he's been a very deceptive, aggressive, attacking fullback. He's only kicked the ball once and he's been in 3 or 4 desperate situations. That was another one he was trying to make something of nothing and he couldn't quite pull it off. The pass went to ground and then this wonderful Auckland machine took over.
Outstanding kick from Cashmore.
Now this is a crucial situation for Otago. They're well behind 20 points to 9. They must score on the blink of half time. Look at that back line stretched out there. I fear they have to use their backs.
Here they come. Culhane looking for Stanley. Shunting it through in midfield. They keep it coming, same way. No Timmins. Showing good power, Brendan Timmins. Now they get it there for Duggan. Vital passage of play. Stanley for Kronfeld. Slips away almost from Roos. They're going to get it again. Duggan has a little snipe himself.
Have a look at the defence of Auckland there.
Stanley. Blaney. Here's a chance. Randall's going to do it. Tane Randall just on half-time. And that is a big passage of play for the Highlanders. Away we go, second half. As Spencer makes the start, Lomu gets there to dispute possession, wins it well. Carlo shifted on quickly as far as Clark. Looks out wide towards Vinderi, missing some tackles. Here's Carter, 10 metres out from the line. Strong start by the Blues. Olo Brown seems well recovered. Trying to set it. Handed off to Craig Dowd. They were waiting for him though. Once again it's tight and they'll have to go to a scrum. But Auckland make a strong start to the second half. Rush will let this one go pretty quickly. Tanu'u to Lomu. Middleton couldn't get him, but Wilson's going to ride him down. In goes Culhane to try and secure it. Rush hands it back to Tanu'u. Spencer. Plenty of numbers here. Stenstas. Lee Stenstas. Try number 3.
That's the key to Auckland. Always organised, always got people there.
They might have conceded a try just before half-time, but they're back in the second half very, very smartly. Conversion made by Cashmore, 27-16. And Lee Stenstas gets the 3rd try for the Auckland Blues. Randall gets a clean take for the Highlanders. Oliver showing the power that he's shown all season. The ball was left behind for Brook to pick it up. Now the counter-attack comes. Clark taken down by Leslie. Handed away by Tanu'u for Stensness. Willis rips it away. There's Tony Brown. He likes the physical stuff, number 17. He's a very good defender. The Blues rumble it up a couple of metres. Tanu'u to Spencer. Keeps it low, but it's easy for Laney. Tries to get rid of Vinderi. In the end, it's Carter. Delivered up for Brown. Cashmore stays back. Just near the 22. Again, Laney. And that is out. Uh-oh, hang on.
Acceptable, I'm sorry. He's doing the job. You've got 10 minutes, okay? I'm sorry, that's the end of the matter. It's going to be a penalty.
That's a bit over the top. Colin Hawke used to be a traffic officer, acting like one at the moment. The heat of the battle, Junior clearly beside the ball, decided it was on the line's out. You can't blame him for being a little bit stressed. Doesn't deserve 10 minutes in the sin bin in a semi-final.
Well, Graham Henry is going to be disappointed with the lack of discipline, Murray.
Well, I guess that's what it is at the end of the day. It's discipline. Although I thought it was pedantic of Colin Hawke, you've got to be able to control yourself even under the greatest stress. And if Tony Brown nails this 3 points, it'll give the Highlanders another feeling.
He's a lovely goal kicker. So that compounds the problem for the Blues. They're down to 14 men, and they concede 3 points. Oliver's off at the moment, and Heaps is back there. Here's Spencer at halfback. He's still in. And beautifully claimed by Stanley. So the Highlanders should have this back. They have. Duggan for Brown. Leslie. Leslie straight across to Wilson. Wilson on the outside, and Wilson's in.
Well, the Otago Highlanders have been asked the question twice. Score the try when the moment's right, and the moment was right then. And Jeff Wilson, he knows that. He knows he had to score. He had Vinderi on his shoulder, but he did the damage anyway. John Leslie made it with the big pass. Sorry, that was Lomu, desperate in defence, but Wilson did it, didn't he? Now watch Leslie run across the field, draw everybody, and throw it to Wilson with a gap there. Wilson was determined. He had to get to the goal line. The ball was in the right hand, away from Lomu, and he made it, and he knows it. He's pleased about it.
What a finisher. Jeff Wilson, 6 tries in his previous 3 games. He's on the board again. And boy, what a semi-final we've got now. Magnificent kick from Tony Brown. It's a 1-pointer. Everything to play for in the last 16 minutes of the match. Duggan, but intervened by Kronfeld. And he's got rid of a few of them too. Marker dragged down by Brown. Timmins hands off to Brown. Leslie again with that power in midfield. Now they somehow need to get it to ground and get it back.
That's a turnover. The referee calling a maul.
Cashmore pleased to be able to boot it away downfield. Stanley is back. He's got Vinderi bearing down on him. Well, here it is for Cashmore. Well, that's a funny old try. Jeremy Stanley wanted the ball to go out. He might say to the referee, what about the tackle? I didn't have the damn thing. However, Adrian Cashmore has scored the try.
Let's have a look at it in replay. So close to the touchline. No, it's not there. Well, certainly taken out, wasn't he? But Cashmore's saying, I don't care, I'll take the try anyway, and he did, with a smile from ear to ear. Wonderful try, Auckland.
Well, that'll be talked about for, well, all week anyway, I'm sure. Cashmore bangs it through, 37-26. Randall tips it off the top of the line out. Here's a gap for Laney. Quickly to Stanley. Stanley and Cashmore. Taken from behind by Ronnie Clark. Desperate search for the ball. Timmins flicks it back for Leslie. They've got a big line up here. They've just got to get rid of it. Here's Marker. Marker takes on Lomu and does him. Marker. Back they come again, the Highlanders.
Impact player. Perfect. Just when everybody thought it was all over, 11 points in 11 minutes. Have a look at this. Brendan Laney gives a pass. Jeremy Stanley should have lost the ball here, but have a look at Cromfeld. Boom, knocks him over. And then the ball comes back, and they spun it the right way, to the right-hand side. I thought Marker had made a mistake. I thought he should have given it to Wilson on the outside. He had it go himself, and he thought, no, I can do it. And didn't he plant it?
Big, powerful Isitola Marker can't make the starting lineup. But 6 tries in Super 12, 1998. The Highlanders stay in it. Getting a bit nervous on the bench, perhaps. A big kick again for Tony Brown. Unconverted try. 37-31. It's a thriller at Eden Park. Didn't like it. Oliver gets it right. Timmins drags it down. Duggan off to Oliver. Duggan again. A well-oiled machine at the moment, the Highlanders. Duggan. Brown, Leslie. Brown again. Laney. Look at the ball handling here. Laney's hard to take down. John Blakey didn't expect it, but he got it anyway. Pops back for Duggan. Brown. Brooks a mile offside. Cronfeld in midfield. 10-metre line. It's going to come again. Brown. Laney. Oliver. Just slows it down a wee bit. Back for Duggan. Looking to accelerate. Brown couldn't get it. Blakey's got it again. Wonderful continuity. Case Muse. Now they've got a chance. Laney looking to get away from Brown. Stanley. Like a game of basketball. It's all over the show. Now Wilson. Straight at Spencer. Drags a few more in. Freed away again for Marker. Tonu can't make the tackle. Stanley. Oh, the pass almost as far as Timmins, and he lost it forward. Goodness gracious me.
And ladies and gentlemen, that was the ball game. There it was sitting there, and the ball was lost forward.
This is the last time the ball will be in play.
Buck Anderson right across there, so the throw's got to be right. It is. One last throw of the dice for the Highlanders. Brown across into midfield. Laney needs to tidy up. They're getting bustled. Back it goes to Ronnie Clark. So the Blues have possession, and they know too that all they're going to do is get rid of it, boot it out, and they're in the final. I'm sure Junior Tanu, the ball's there for him. Charged. Whistle goes, and the game is over. The brave effort from the Otago Highlanders is over, and the Blues make the final in 1998 for the 3rd consecutive year.
Well, as the scenes outside, a very, very relieved Auckland crowd, and with me under the stand, very relieved. First 5'8" for the Auckland Blues, Carlos Spencer. You did it, but it was tough work, mate.
Oh, very tough work, and you know, we probably defended more than we attacked today, and you know, just credit to the guys, we defended well and come out with a win at the end of the day.
Natal Sharks, here they come, led by Gary Teichmann. He's the man.
The Coastal Sharks come to Lancaster Park without their champion 5'8" Henry Honeyball. His place goes to Board of Vessels, while Peter Muller remains on the injured list. This side has 10 international players, including 4 of the tight 5, and late change Rob Kenson in for Adrian Garvey, and a very talented loose forward trio led by the Springbok captain, number 8, Gary Teichmann. So the Crusaders have gone to the northern end of Lancaster Park. They may well be playing into the light southerly breeze in the first half as we go into the Canterbury dressing room. Handshake comes from the manager, Robbie Deans, for Todd Blackadder, and out they come for their most important game of the season so far. There were concerns earlier in the week about the fitness of Norman Maxwell. The big lock has recovered from the flu and will play. Wayne Smith has once again gone for Angus Gardner on the open side flank instead of Scott Robertson. He'll come off the bench. A very stable lineup that has seen the Crusaders through to 7 straight victories. The captain is Todd Blackadder. The second semi-final of Super 12, 1998, the Crusaders against the Coastal Sharks. The referee is Peter Marshall from Australia, Wayne Erickson and Andrew Cole, both from Australia, on the lines. Away we go, second semi-final as Mertens kicks out. Taken quickly by Board of Vessels. He hands off to captain Gary Teichmann as they take it to the first set-up. Onto the left boot of Andre Joubert. In good position is Daryl Gibson for the Crusaders. Gets rid of one. Stefan Ter-Blanche was thrown off, and they're on the 10-metre line in Coastal Sharks territory. High it goes to Meyerhoffler. Test here for Joubert. Barreled into the ground by Surridge. Now, where's the loose ball? It's going to be a Canterbury Crusaders scrum.
Well, punch and counter punch. It started with a hiss and a roar. There's Andre Joubert, not very happy about being caught at the bottom of the Canterbury ruck, and rightfully so. I can remember what they were like. They weren't much fun. He took the ball well, but look at this, driven to the deck.
Gibson forced to reply with a powerful punch. Again, Ter-Blanche looking to open it up. The Canterbury Crusaders nearly always make their tackles. Andrew Mertens from 45 metres. Great start by the Crusaders. Mertens kicks the early penalty goal, and they lead by 3-0.
Behind.
Vessels makes the kickoff. It's not a particularly good one. Mertens gets his kick partially charged. Everybody's onside. Back goes Ollie LaRue. 10-metre line in Crusaders territory. Putt digs it out. Vessels, Gillingham going back towards the heavy traffic. It's usually fatal against the Crusaders. They've got so many good tacklers. Now Putt. Vessels kicks again off the side of his boot. Payne against Berryman. Here he goes. Norman Berryman. This will be the opening try.
Play it out, Norman. He loves it. He's delighted. And he's not the only one in this stadium today, nodding as he does. Remarkable. Vessels electing to kick. And Berryman saying, thank you very much. It's all mine. Catch me if you can.
Possession handed over, and Norm Berrigan punishes them. with his 8th try of the season. Once he was past Joubert, it was all over. Greg Cooper's on the sideline. What a start, Greg.
Fantastic start here, Grant, by the Crusaders. The look in their eyes as they came out, they were ready for business. And certainly Berryman there pouncing on with the opportunity, showing that he has the speed to run the distance, and a very happy man there finishing off.
A real show of emotion by Norm Berryman. Looking to try and fade it in with the southerly breeze. Not able to do so, but Berryman scores try number 8 for the season. Robbie Deems marks it down in the book. It's 8-0. Well claimed by Reuben Thorne. Dragged out by Flynn, who's done a great job to get that away. Mertens goes to the air again. Joubert should have this under control. Play on, says the referee. This could be another controversial call. Berryman will get there. Well, well, well. Now, what about the mark? The Coastal Sharks can't believe it as Berryman gets his second.
Well, what about the mark? Everybody at the ground thought it was a mark except the referee. Joubert certainly did. Then he heard the call, and there he was decked, beautifully decked, and the ball on the Canterbury side. Look at this, moving ball to the space. And once Berryman got the ball, nobody was going to stop him that close to the line. Hello, goodbye.
Well, this is just the end of it, but the controversial moment came when Andre Joubert appeared to take a mark. Conversion is going to be wide. Gary Teichmann trying to get this Coastal Shark side into the game. 13 points down in the first 13 minutes. Vessels for Kerr to come forward and meet it. Easily claimed by James Kerr. And look at Reuben Thorne in there ripping the ball away from Kerr. The real strength of this Canterbury side. Now they shift it wide. Matson, he's got Berryman unmarked. 5 out from the 22. Gardner's first man there. Flynn whips it away for Meyerhoffler. Good defence this time though by the Sharks.
Is it there? For players. Black.
Taking some time. Now Flynn for Hammett. Powerful runner, Mark Hammett, as we saw in Durban last week. Just near the 22. Flynn again to Blackadder. Maxwell shoveled onto Mertens. Beautiful to Berryman. Gardner was unmarked out to the left. Berryman takes it to the setup.
But he set it up well, Berryman.
Here goes Meyerhoffler. Matson. They've got players here. Kerr and Daryl Gibson makes it try number 3.
It's sheer ecstasy in the crowd. You want to believe it, this team's on fire. Sensational every time they get the ball. Moving the ball to the unmarked man. Here's a classic example of it. Everybody doing their job. Now power it on. Draw the last man with a man to spare on the outside. Daryl Gibson.
18-0, and the conversion by Mertens makes it 20 points to 0. Towards the back it goes for Teichmann. Taken up by Kempson to the 22. In goes Blackadder after it. But he's offside. Now let's see whether they kick for goal here. It's right on the 22. And no, I don't think so. They want to keep pushing.
Well, I think that it's a different situation now, Grant. They've reached a stage where they're actually 20 points down, after 20 minutes. So 3 points, maybe it gives you a little bit of a lift, 3 points. But just imagine the lift the try gives you.
Steve Surridge waits at the back of the line out. Now the crowd gets behind the Crusaders for their defence.
Well, this is where you'll see the Sharks using their big, powerful men. That's what they've got up front. They've got a lot of power.
Up goes Atherton. Charge coming from Ollie LaRue. Right to the line, he's there. What an outstanding try from Ollie LaRue. They worked it well, and they get back.
Well, Grant, that was a classic example, wasn't it, of a set play move from a line out using power play. Beautifully set up. Atherton, fantastic. Held the dummy runner, and then Ollie LaRue, the power to get through all those Canterbury forwards. Perhaps James Kerr shouldn't have been the guy trying to stop him. A winger stopping a prop like LaRue. See the dummy runner first, then through the hole. And there's Kerr having to say, well, look, I'll stop you, Ollie, but he couldn't.
LaRue, and the kick from Joubert is wide. And so it's off the back with Surridge. Flynn. Kerr hits it hard. Kevin Napier delivers the pass for Meyerhoffler. Delivers nicely to Matson. Surridge, bury him in space. Excellent tackle made by Jeremy Thompson. Blackadder gets there quickly. Mertens goes to join the ruck. That's the good thing about the Crusaders. Everybody takes a different role when they have to. Lost the ball, and the penalty. Ian McIntosh frustrated.
Blackfoot using his feet on the ground.
That's the thing about modern day rugby. Irrespective where the ball is, the closest player has to play it, has to use it. This situation here, we have a tackle, so the first player there plays like a loose forward. As it happens, it was Angus Gardner, who is a loose forward. But had it been Mertens, he would be expected to do that job also. It's a good tackle on Berryman. He's a hard man to pull down. He was well tackled by Jeremy Thompson.
Murray, you mentioned modern day rugby. Just to add to that, I heard on the sideline when Rousseau was being stitched, he wasn't actually stitched. Some new type of a glue or some compound that keeps the cut together. So things are certainly changing.
Well, my fellow commentator will be pleased about that. He's not too keen on the stitches.
No, I don't mind the super glue. Now Mertens. Wayne Smith looking like something out of the mafia this afternoon, but his side's going well.
His side's going very well, but he is unemotional, isn't he, at the moment, Wayne Smith, hiding behind those old-fashioned sunglasses of his.
Just a bit too far that time for Maxwell. Ball given away this time. Vessels up to Gillingham, running strongly. Beautiful tackle by Aaron Flynn. Brosnahan was there to take the ball though. Still in possession, the Sharks. Putt. Thompson. Joubert. Ollie LaRue. Ollie LaRue, that's 2 to Ollie. Tremendous effort.
Ollie LaRue, why not launch yourself into this semi-final? Unbelievable power, leg power. Watch his legs. In the replay, watch his leg power, the driving. He was held from behind by the jersey, but he just had a go, and he just said, no one's going to stop me. That's a great attitude for a rugby player. Have a look at this. That's Mertens holding on. Drag me to the line, why don't you? Boom. Stop that 122 kgs if you can.
Well, Murray, the backs have been unable to break for the Sharks, and that man Ollie LaRue's been standing out amongst the backs a few times, and Mertens on LaRue. There's really no contest.
Their scrum, they're attacking. They have the opportunity to use this ball, to move it, to give their backs a crack. While all those Canterbury forwards are bound on the scrum. Big scrum, Sharks. Look at this going forward. They're in no rush. Canterbury 8 have to stay on till it comes out.
Teichmann breaks the first tackle.
Later, Black.
Now Putt for Vessels.
Release.
Slipping as he came through was Gillingham.
Number 6 is Creaser. Vessels again. Putt to LaRue. Lovely little back pass from LaRue. Putt again.
Right tackle.
Tripping over there was Thompson. But they've hung on to the ball all right. Now Mark Andrews. Runs into some solid defence. Teichmann is there as usual. Good start to the second half here by the Coastal Sharks.
Off the ball.
Creaser in the blue headgear. Handed away now to Vessels. Chris Rousseau. Again, the Crusaders having to defend stoutly. Joubert into Brosnyhan. Opportunity here for Sean Payne. And the Coastal Sharks get the first try in the second spell. Sean Payne.
Now that was a great try, a magnificent try because they created it. It took a long time, but so it should against a defence like Canterbury. It was time after time they had a punt, didn't they? And finally, Joubert it was who sensed the hole to give Brosnahan a gap. And Sean Payne did well, beat several players here and drove for the line. That's a good team drive, constructed team try, fantastic.
They've really come back into this game. Remember, they were down by 20 points to 0. And Sean Payne, one try previous this season, has got another. It's been converted by Andre Joubert, made the try, 23-17.
So that gives the Coastal Sharks a real sniff of things. One converted try and it puts them in the lead, so to speak.
Murray, I think they've shown their hand, haven't they? They're going to keep it close. They're going to try and get that go-forward ball, tie in the Canterbury loose forwards, get in behind them, and they did it superbly.
It's okay.
Crusaders desperate to get their hands on the ball, but it looks like Teichmann's won it again for the Sharks. Putt away for Vessels. Berryman having to scramble back. Manages to keep it in. Now what's the policy here? Norm Berryman fires it off to Meyerhoffler. Counter-attack coming up. Lovely little dummy. Up to James Kerr. Kerr gets almost to halfway. This has come from the goal line, remember. Now it's back for Maxwell. Mertens looking to send it into a gap. It's been intercepted by Jeremy Thompson. 10 out from the 22. The Sharks back in possession.
Leave it down, leave it. Leave it, Greg, leave it, Greg.
Teichmann has a quick look. Sees the backs lined out. Leaves it to Putt, who goes the other way. Pushes the little kick forward. The Sharks leading the charge. They must score, they do. What a kick from Kevin Putt.
You're on 7.
And the crowd is silent. The crowd is speechless. They can't believe it. They were celebrating down here in Canterbury before halftime, and they were celebrating during halftime. They're not saying a word at the moment.
The pace of Terblanche, and in fact, one of two players, Andre Joubert, could have scored it. So could Sean Payne. In the end, it was Stephen Terblanche who got it. A superb kick by Kevin Putt. Incredibly here, Andre Joubert could give them the lead in the game.
Crouches first, engage. Play on.
Big scrum, and here's Putt. Kevin Putt. He got the try okay. It came from a big scrum, and Kevin Putt has got another one for the Coastal Sharks.
That's a beauty. That would be probably the most satisfying try he scored, I was going to say ever, but for a while certainly. Here he is, the ex-New Zealander. We call him ex because he said his allegiance is certainly in Natal now. He robbed his opposite halfback here, and he, well, I was going to say plunged over, but he sort of, in the end, he flopped over. He was half held in the tackle, and certainly grounded the ball. Played in and Kevin Putt. 32-26. How the tables have turned.
Play on.
So the Crusaders set it. They need the converted try to get back in front.
Take it down. Down, 8.
Everybody adding their weight.
Out, 8.
Marsh is there. Flynn is there. The ball is on the ground. It's up off the ground again with Hammett. Now Thorne.
That was the wrong time to have a go, wasn't it?
Playing an advantage is referee Marshall. Blackadder backing his way in.
Must have.
He wants it back. He's going to get it. Flynn Berryman blindside. And he'll go, he's played a long advantage. Taken by Flynn, he goes at the line. Can't make it.
Last man, next step.
Kevin Napier. Tantalisingly close for the Crusaders.
Back, 8. Just going back. Get outside, 8.
Every man is told having a go.
Now Berryman.
Play it.
Blackadder. Berryman again.
It's over the top.
Another penalty.
And the Canterbury backs are screaming up there. They've got 6 men wide and the tail had 3. Everybody had to have a go, though.
Number 8.
The ball really should have been moved. It's okay if you have 3 or 4 pins at the goal line, but eventually someone's got to say move it.
Another one will go to the bin, he said, if this carries on. And that would be a total disaster for the Sharks.
Wait.
So the penalty stands. Crusaders. Again, they're going to try and shunt their way over. They go to the backs this time. Mertens. Meyerhoffler delivers for Mertens. It's wide to Kerr. They must score. Never. Needs to get round somewhere near the post. Brings it in a wee way. Darryl Lilly.
A sigh of relief from the bench and ecstasy in the crowd. The ball should have been moved earlier, I feel, from 3 or 4 of those rucks. However, they've done it well. Meyerhoffler being strong enough to feed Mertens, who's kept it alive, and Lilly scores. It's very important to get around behind. There's still 6 minutes to go in this game. That won't be the last point scored.
Finishing touches applied by Darryl Lilly after the Crusaders had hammered away. Remember, they're playing against 14 men. Mertens to give the Crusaders the lead again.
Goal kicker's under pressure. He feels it. He knows he's under pressure. He knows he's got to slot it.
Andrews. Vessels puts the kick in. Lilly looking to cover it. Lilly smashes it over the dead ball line. 22. And they go to the 22. Still time remaining.
Well, it's an interesting kick by Vessels. I can't for the life of me wonder why he did that.
Big kick by Mertens. So once again, they'll have to bring it all the way back. 80 metres. Vessels first. Strong tackle. They might have turned him too. No, it's been ripped away. Penalty goes to the Crusaders. That'll be it.
The wrong side, must release.
Andrew Mertens can have a shot at goal here, which will lead up the time.
No, got plenty of time. You've got to get 3 to go now.
Well,
shot at goal.
Well, the Shark supporters will be upset about this back home.
Mate, they turned
the referee said clearly they're still questioning it. He fell the wrong side. They turned him round as well, and he hung on to the ball. There it is. There's the explanation.
They need to score a try now. Mertens kicks another penalty. 36 to 32.
Wait for locks, wait. Engage.
Last scrum. Teichmann is to play a part. Straight across to Joubert. He got it back. Near the touchline, that'll be it, I'm sure. It is. Crusaders in the final. What an unbelievable game at Lancaster Park.
Joining us underneath the stand, a very relieved man, Todd Blackadder. That was a performance full of guts.
Yeah, it was real pressure out there, and you know, I thought we got off to a great start, and they came back and really hit us hard, and the chips were down there for a while. I'm just delighted our guys came back and clinched a victory here today.
46,000 people have turned up to Eden Park this afternoon for the Super 12 rugby final. It's the Auckland Blues and the Canterbury Crusaders, an all-New Zealand affair, and they are boogieing away on the terraces. The pre-match entertainment has been spectacular, and it's everything it deserves and fitting for a grand final, which we are about to kick off with here at Eden Park. Conditions overhead, I can tell you, it's a little overcast, but there's been no rain in Auckland in the last 24 hours, and that footing there is absolutely perfect here. A little bit of a breeze there. You can see the flags at the top of your screen there. That's a westerly direction that will favour the team playing from left to right as they run out onto Eden Park very shortly. Good contingent of Canterbury Crusaders supporters here. Great to see them come up from the south. There is real feeling here, and there is real feeling in the south that the Crusaders can end Auckland's perfect run in this competition. That has yet to be seen, but they'll have to overcome history, of course. The Blues have never been beaten here on Eden Park, and that is something the young blokes in the Crusaders will have to overcome. A couple of old blokes there, Wilson Winneray on the left, Morris Trapp as well on the right. And they, of course, will have experienced the big match tension at Eden Park. And the cheerleaders there strutting their stuff. It really is a fantastic scene. And calling the game for us this afternoon. They're keyed up for this one as well. Running the touchline will be Buck Anderson. Upstairs with the best view in the house, Murray Mexted and Grant Nisbet.
Thank you, Smithy, and good afternoon, everyone. Yes, well, we started at the last weekend of February with 12 teams. And here we are now down to the final two in Super 12 1998, the Crusaders and the Blues. And what a marvellous scene it is here at Eden Park, Murray Mexted. A lot of tension about it. I'm sure when we see the players, we'll see the tension on their faces as well.
There is tension around, there's no doubt about it. They're sitting on the edge of their seats and the game hasn't even commenced. And the reason for that, of course, is that people aren't confident like they normally are when the Blues play at Eden Park. There's a suspicion that this Canterbury team can sneak through with a victory. About the only person I've spoken to today that is confident is Grant Fox.
And even he's not so sure. It really is a classic North versus South confrontation. And for the occasion, Eden Park is chock-a-block. The man with a whistle, of course, Paddy O'Brien. A lot of pressure on him. But New Zealand's #1 referee. And the two Steve Walshers will be helping him out this afternoon. So let's now wait as the Crusaders come on to Eden Park. For the final, Coach Wayne Smith has made just the one change to a starting lineup. Scott Robertson, one of the form players of the competition, takes the #7 jersey from Angus Gardner. The way players like Berryman, Mayer, Hoffler, Maxwell and Hammond have been playing this season, along with Robertson, has seen them this week recognised by the All Black selectors. The team is captained by the tough and durable Todd Blackadder. What a season he's had, Todd Blackadder, and this would just crown it for him. And it's no coincidence that the Crusaders have improved dramatically since the form of Andrew Mertens has improved.
No coincidence at all. Here's a man who can play a game plan, and Wayne Smith's the sort of character that will have a serious game plan for every match. And obviously Mertens has instituted that game plan. He's implemented it, and he's done it with aplomb.
So here they come, the defending champions, the Auckland Blues. The Auckland Blues lost two key players during the week, Jonah Lomu and Andrew Roos. Both of these players have been replaced by 20-year-olds, Caleb Rell for Lomu and James Christian for Roos. 11 of the side played in last year's final against the Brumbies, but the players missing include Zinzan Brook and Sean Fitzpatrick. Michael Jones, under an injury cloud all week, captains the Blues. Big day today for James Christian. Biggest match he's played in, the 20-year-old hooker. Robin Brook, been there, done that. Olo Brown, a lot of experience in this Auckland Blues side. Paddy O'Brien of Southland with the whistle for the final. Steve Walsh of North Harbour and Steve Walsh of Wellington. Mark Meyerhoffler. Paddy O'Brien checking with the two sides. We're underway in the 1998 final at Eden Park. And immediately the Blues take on the Crusaders. Tanu'u pops it up for Vindiri. Beautiful pass up to Caleb Ralph. The Blues open them up straight away. Gibson makes a very good tackle. Now it's a question of getting to the loose ball, and the Blues look to me as though they might grab it. They'll get the first scrum.
Caleb Ralph getting some space and through the hole. He won't be much of a loss. They won't feel a loss, I don't think, today of Jonah Lomu with this replacement. He's a magnificent footballer with a high work rate. But there he goes through the slot, having a go on the outside. Good confident stuff. Not quite laying it down like he should. Oh, actually, he did lay it down well.
Crusaders just hanging on in the first 10 minutes. Tanu'u getting round. Across the face, or not too much coordination in the passing of the Canterbury backs at the moment. Ball is on the Crusaders side. Now Mertens is in a bit of space. He can run here. He's got support here from James Kerr. Kerr and Ralph. And Tanu'u, who's the fastest? At the moment it's Kerr. Kerr and Ralph. Ralph got his hand to it first. And what's the call? It's a 22. Caleb Ralph with the explosive pace.
Now this is incredible, isn't it? Caleb Ralph, an exponent of sevens rugby, very quick to turn on a sixpence and then pass James Kerr. A try-saving dive at the end there. Magnificent performance. Would have been interesting to see Jonah in the same position. Would have been a hard call for a big man like Jonah to spin around like this man did and then to recover and save the day.
Tremendous save by Caleb Ralph. Surridge traps it. Runs straight into Jones. Not too many people slip through the tackles of Michael Jones. Flynn delivers high for Mertens. Matson. Halfway line and not released.
Well, that's Auckland defence to the fore. Tremendous. It was almost like tit for tat. Give it back to Canterbury here. Have a look at this. He's a big man, Matson. Stensis pulled him down, and then the next man drove over, and they won the ball. Or the penalty, should I say.
The kick is a missed touch, and Kerr's gone all the way back. Now, he might be just a bit worried about this one. If this goes dead, it's not going to go dead. That's pinpoint.
And Cashmore's back there by himself. Once, about the only time this year you've seen Cashmore by himself. That's where they're so good, Auckland. Their men drop back and support. So they immediately have support for the player with the ball.
Quickly to Eroni Clark. Spencer frees it up for Carter. Carter looking to free Vindiri. And he didn't release either.
Same players go, please. No, let it go.
This might be a shot at goal for Andrew Mertens. It's a long way out, but in a tight game, worth a go.
Yeah, Carter doing what he thought was the right thing, going through the hole, trying to set it up. He was well tackled with the ball on the wrong side, and that's where he made the mistake. He tried to lift the ball up. That was the second bite of the apple. And Paddy O'Brien said, you can't do that, lad. The rules are against it. And awarded a penalty. Quite right.
Yes, 196 points for Andrew Mertens. Wayne Smith.
With better sunglasses this week. Back into the 90s, Smithy. Good stuff.
You had him on about him last week. He got embarrassed, I think, didn't he?
Yeah, well, I had a message, but apparently the Ray-Ban rep rang and said, we'd like to put you in some modern glasses, so everybody's winning.
What a good kick from Andrew Mertens. And we're underway finally. With 9 minutes to go to half-time, the Crusaders lead by 3-0.
It's not, actually.
Yes, the second look at it, I think Robin Brooke may have been a bit of a guilty party in there, the way the eyes went up looking at the referee to see which way the decision went.
Ball not thrown straight, and that is the end of the first half. We've had no tries in the first half of the Super 12 final, just a penalty goal by Andrew Mertens. And at the break, the Crusaders lead at the Auckland Blues by 3 points to 0.
Yes, it's been very keenly contested this first half. Equal honours, I think, to both teams, really. It's been a game of both teams are trying to attack and both teams are trying to defend. Of course, that's what rugby's about, but they've done it well, both sides. We've seen some fine examples of individuals and team play, but really neither team to take advantage or to take the game at this stage. And it's probably as we expected. It's going to be a close encounter, and I'm sure the second half will tell the story.
So we're about to have the last 40 minutes of the Super 12 season. That's, of course, as long as we don't need extra time in this game, as Carlos Spencer gets us going. Ball claimed by Mark Hammett. Into the 41st minute, no try scored in the match so far, and Mertens has it sliding off the side of the boot. Chance to go sideline to Buck Anderson.
Down here on the sideline chatting with both teams' coaches straight after half-time. Peter Sloan, he wants his team to hold on to the ball for long periods of time. And the other message he gave them is something about desire. How much do you want this game? How much do you want to be Super 12 champions? Auckland Blues coach Graham Henry, he wants them to get the ball wide off, and they've looked good when they've got it wide. Hold on to the ball, use the conditions, play it at the eastern end of Eden Park.
Blues in control of it. Jones delivers up to Carter. Thorne takes him in centre field. Tanu'u, pass in front of Spencer. So Stensness has to go back. Look for him to accelerate. Here he goes. Lee Stensness and James Christian comes up with the first try off the break by Lee Stensness.
Magnificent for this young man, freshly back from England, to take the place of the Sean Fitzpatrick, who had a mortgage on it for so many years. But have a look at Lee Stensness, superb. He spotted the gap right through the centre, and there aren't too many of those in the Canterbury team. Gave the pass at the right time, and the hooker had the gas to get to the line. Great try, Lee Stensness, brilliant. You'll see him more individually here with a close-up. Bissing meeting 2 tackles, and now the perfect pass.
Hasn't he got a turn of pace, the young fellow, the 20-year-old hooker, James Christian. And really, the Stensness move came from absolutely nothing, Murray.
Well, in fact, he only had to chop back because the Canterbury defence was so flat, so up, and he headed back towards the forwards. And you've got to have great vision when you head towards a whole lot of players, because so often you can't see the hole. And the hole was there, he found it, and he took advantage of it.
He certainly did, Murray. He looked up, and Mark Meyerhofer had got between him and his support, and so he just accelerated into that hole. Once he got in a couple of steps, he's away, and beautiful timing of the pass to give Christian that straight run in under the black dot.
Hammett goes to Blackadder, drags it down well. 13 minutes into the second half. It's been all the Blues, as Merton's kick is fielded by Ralph. Flings it immediately to Cashmore. Drop kick from Adrian Cashmore. Crowd like it, and why not? Adrian Cashmore.
Well, you've got to hand it to this man. He's on top of his game well and truly. Sometimes you've got to give a player a go when he's on top. And John Hart has recognised it. He's picked him ahead of Todd Miller in the trial team.
Michael Jones. Big line-out option today for the Auckland Blues. Spencer. Near the 22. Advantage red. They might get a big advantage here as Darryl Lilly's freed on the right wing side. The support there from Marsh. 5 metres on the Crusaders side of halfway. They haven't really been able to get going from broken play today. Mertens hesitates, then does the only thing really possible and puts it away downfield. Cashmore, his kick's not good. Mertens can bring it back the other way. Looking to unload. Finds Meyerhofer in centre field. And they're back where they started. Now Lilly to Tony Marsh. He'll straighten it if possible. Tries to find Maxwell, can't. Gardner's in there. For the first time, really, the game's starting to open up a little. Flynn tries to duck under Dowd. Stu Lowe
Stay back. Go back.
Now it's Flynn. A bit disorganised out the back. Gibson. The Blues were waiting.
Yes, they were waiting, but he set it up and it's still on.
Now it's back for Mertens again. To Marsh. Marsh looks for Lilly. Lilly tips it ahead. Ralph. Brook getting back. Tackled hard. And here's a chance as Maxwell brings it. Maxwell! The long legs of Neil Maxwell.
Hold on to your hat, ladies and gentlemen. This game's not over. What a try by a lock forward, Norman Maxwell. Shall we call an opportunist? No one's ever called a lock an opportunist before. Tremendous try. They kept it alive. But it all came from the defence here. Have a look at the tackling. He was going to pass and he's tackled. Robin Brook was passed with the ball and he was tackled. Carlos Spencer was tackled before he kicked the ball. And Norman Maxwell said, well, I'm going to do this myself.
They're never beaten this Crusader side. Look at this terrier-like tackling. And look at the pace from 22-year-old Norman Maxwell.
Great mobility from Maxwell, isn't it? It's one of the features of his game. He just showed great pace. But to me, the try was made by Mark Mahoffler, who's been down injured since it happened. His diving commitment to pull Carlos Spencer down and get him, as Carlos Spencer tried to get the ball away in a kick. That spilled it, gave it for Maxwell. He did the rest. But great character, too, from the Crusaders to come back. They've been down on their own line, defending. They break out, and they've nailed 7 points.
The Mertens conversion makes it 10-all as we have another look at it.
But really, Buck, it was a team effort here because there were so many people pulling off crucial tackles. There were 3, you know, and once again, that Canterbury side, they are like a pack of dogs, aren't they, when the ball is skittering around the place. There seems to be numbers there all the time.
Poor pass to Tanu'u. Did extremely well to his kick away. Gibson. Now Angus Gardner injecting a bit of pace. Awkward pass. Clark almost made it on Lilly. Let him get away, though. Big penalty awarded by Paddy O'Brien.
Go away.
Daryl Lilly, protest, but it's a shot at goal.
Well, it was all about Clark anticipating the pass. And he anticipated well and he nailed Lilly. Well, in fact, Lilly nearly slipped. See, Angus Gardner should have pulled that ball in there. A little bit high, Lilly was exposed. He got out of the first one, he got nailed by the second. And obviously, he was penalised for holding on to the ball. He doesn't think he did, though. But I guess that's life.
So Wayne Smith will have to sit in the grandstand now and watch Adrian Cashmore. Hasn't kicked a penalty so far this afternoon.
Well, what's the bet? He kicks it. He's a man on form. Have I got a wager?
No, not at this stage.
TAB man too, doesn't he?
He's nailed it. 11.5 minutes remaining.
He's standing right behind the kick and it never looked like missing, and a bit of a breeze actually blew up just as he started his run in, but he judged it to perfection just outside the right hand upright, and it just curled in nicely.
So Daryl Lilly's dropped back to fullback. Gibson has gone into midfield. Here's Mertens. To Gibson, opens up for Daryl Gibson. Supports there from Tony Marsh. Crusaders inside Blues territory. Freed up to Mertens. There's an advantage being played. Feeney on the outside. Dragged down by Rush. And he'll go back for the penalty. Well, the back line changes.
Number 4 in the side.
Didn't act against the Crusaders.
But it was a great move, Grant. Really tremendous. The way Gibson came back on the angle. He's very good at that, of course. It's timing onto the ball is crucial, isn't it, in those situations. And then I was interested to see Marsh linking up with him, so it was definitely a planned move. Have a look at this. Look where Gibson is. Back on the angle, then on the outside. Now he chopped in, fed Marsh, who supported all the way on the inside. So it was a good play. And here's where the penalty came, of course.
It was against Robin Brooke. He was the man who was offside. Now Andrew Mertens has kicked some big goals in his time. What a kick from Andrew Mertens.
So Wayne Smith saying to himself, cool, calm and collected Andrew Mertens. I was never worried, but I bet he was. 13 all.
Just watch the reaction on the bench. We'll take it. 13 each.
Unlucky for some.
Nervous times for the coaches. Down as far as Mertens, and he gets rid of it very quickly.
Yes, I'm sure with this nervous times coming up as we approach the last 4 minutes of the game, the players want to play the game away from their own goalpost. So if they do concede a penalty, it's not kickable into points.
The Blues bench, these guys might be required a bit later. Jason Spice, Lee Lidgard. Willis goes up. Lost it. So Mertens. Marsh crashing himself, but Jones makes a huge hit.
Well, it was a great run, but it was a fantastic tackle. Michael Jones stopping him dead in his tracks. Royce Willis losing the ball somehow, I'm not sure how. The big pass, and have a look at Marsh. Strong, isn't he? I'd like to stop that. Breaking Carter's tackle, but Jones was there. That's great loose forward defence, isn't it? Carter and Jones together, the ensemble.
Flynn takes it away for Marsh. He certainly added something since he's been there. Places on the ground for Flynn to release Mertens. Looking towards the corner. This is a beautiful kick.
Well, it's a beautiful kick, and it's put pressure on Auckland to take the line out ball and drive it. But it's also given Canterbury an opportunity to somehow disrupt, create a problem, perhaps snivel a penalty, perhaps a turnover.
Just a reminder, we will have extra time if they're still equal. 10 minutes each way.
Interesting to see the Canterbury defence. We have James Kerr dropping back with Darryl Lilly, playing two fullbacks at the moment.
Willis goes up, but it's against the Crusaders. They lost it forward.
Yes, it was off at Reuben Thorne's hand. Mark Hammett had run the ball back also.
Down here on the sideline, you'll think you're at Lancaster Park. The Canterbury chorus is just singing out, trying to urge their team, one of their players, to do something special, to force something that may give them the victory.
Tanu checking to see where Spencer is. It's not going out as far as Kerr. Kerr gets away from Vindiri. Surridge. The Blues coming up very flat. Lilly takes it in. Surridge again. 10 out from the 22. Flynn to Mertens. Punches it forward. Bounces up to Nui. It's loose. It's a try. James Kerr's got the try. That might just about do it.
Well, you'd never believe it. He hung on to Tonu over the line, who was battling to hold the ball. In fact, Tonu got the ball, you'll see in the replay, just short of the goal line. It was a brilliant kick by Mertens. Have a look at that Tonu defence. Battling like anything. Almost could have been playing the man without the ball. Certainly there's a scramble, and certainly he scored. You can see it on that angle. Well, are they happy? Well, I think they are.
They're happy, but the Auckland Blues look absolutely shell-shocked standing there. Their heads have gone down. They must have wondered, normally this is what Auckland does to teams, and suddenly it's happened to them virtually on injury time.
So Andrew Mertens trying to convert the James Kerr try. He's done it.
Wow, Norman Berryman will be having a party tonight. Well, watch the kick on a sixpence, set on its end. Desperation. James Kerr, you beaut. The Canterbury supporters will be pleased with him.
Still time to go. Crusaders looking to control it. What a final this has been. The Crusaders coming to Eden Park. Mertens positioning himself in behind. Now Paddy O'Brien, he says more time remaining. They've still got a chance. This is the last line out.
This is the last line out, Grant. Paddy O'Brien has just said, this is it. This is the last one. I've got one chance, Auckland.
Well, such is my respect for Auckland, I wouldn't be surprised to see anything result from this. Beautiful ball, quick off the top, to the backs.
Last throw of the dice. Ronnie Clark. Ball is there for Tanu'u. Finding Stensness. He set up the only try for Auckland. They've got a penalty, so they're still alive. Tanu'u takes quickly. Looks for Olo Brown. Now Carter. Tanu'u up to Michael Jones.
The ball's up.
Throwing everything at it. Spencer. Cashmore. Ref. It's there for Robin Brooke. Tanu'u.
Should have moved it, I think. However, it's still there and it's still going.
Here they come now. Stensness. He should have moved it as well. Spencer. Jones pops it back. Vindiri. Ralph, they're closing him down. Flynn makes the tackle. It's time there. This will be it. It is it. Super 12 champions. The Canterbury Crusaders.
What a match this has been. So tight, so incredibly tight. The turnovers told the story. They were deserved turnovers. They fought both teams for them, and the advantage that came from those turnovers. Both teams equal throughout in attack and defence. A magnificent encounter. Worthy finalists. Every man and his dog were on the edge of their seat at Eden Park today, right from the beginning to the end of this game. And Canterbury walk away with the spoils they've wanted so much.
Well, incredible scenes here at Eden Park. 2 tries to 1. Remember, it was just 3-0 at half-time. But this is the Canterbury Crusaders side who are bottom of the table after 3 weeks. And they've come through and have beaten the defending champions by 20 points to 13.
Well, Michael, it's hard to find words at an occasion like this. It was always going to go down to the wire. 2 great sides, just didn't go your way.
No, it was Crusaders Day, and you know, we applaud them for the way they gutsed it out, and they got the result, and got no excuses.
Andrew Mertens, how does it feel to be Super 12 champions?
Very lucky, very privileged, and thankful that it's over, really. Most of the game I didn't really consider we were probably in it, and it seemed like we didn't get a chance to find many shots. Their defence is so awesome, so we're a bit lucky with the tries we did get, but you know, we'll take it. It's fantastic.
Your own defence wasn't bad. That's something Canterbury seems to have prided itself on over the last couple of years.
Yeah, it has, and I mean, it only a couple of times let us down, and maybe Auckland squandered a couple of try-scoring opportunities in the first half, but yeah, and then they came through and got the first points in the second half, which could have been crucial, but I don't know, maybe they went off the ball or we lifted it a wee bit, maybe both, so we're just very, very lucky, and it's a wonderful result. I don't know what to say.
Well, congratulations. Go and enjoy the moment, enjoy it with your teammates, and I'm sure there's a big party on down in Canterbury.
Yeah, we would have been going home tonight regardless of win or lose, but it's obviously nicer going this way. Cheers.
It's been over a decade since the Canterbury side has come to Eden Park and won, but the Canterbury Crusaders today able to do a victory lap, and my word, there's a lot of Canterbury supporters to wave to too. It's been a wonderful season for them, and their captain Todd Blackadder, so they take the spoils in the Super 12 and they wrest the crown off the defending champions, the Auckland Blues.
You'll see in the replay just short of the goal line was a brilliant kick by Mertens. Have a look at that Tonu defence, battling like anything, almost could have been playing the man without the ball. Certainly there's a scramble and certainly he scored. You can see it on that angle. Well, are they happy? Well, I think they are.